welcome to the Skunk Juice Studio. Thanks for popping on over this week to see what we have for you. One of the biggest things ever, popcorn. Who does not love popcorn? Well, we do. It was learned that we have consumed as a nation over 18 billion quarts of popped popcorn. That is enough to fill the Empire State Building in New York 18 times. How amazing is that? So we found a book to share with you a little about kind of where this popcorn popped, where it started, called The Popcorn Book. How interesting is that? Let's find out about where this thing started. Okay, guys, if I can pop on over there. And now, a word from our sponsor. Mom, can we make some popcorn? Yes, the popcorn's in the refrigerator. Yummy. I wonder why Mom keeps the popcorn in the refrigerator. I don't know. I'll look it up. Here it is. Popcorn is best stored in a tight jar in the refrigerator so the kernels will keep their moisture. Boy, this is interesting. Listen. Popcorn is the oldest of three main types of corn. There is field corn, which we feed to animals like cattle and pigs, sweet corn, which is the kind we eat, and popcorn. Side note, my uncle grew popcorn. So cool. Okay, the indigenous people of the Americas discovered popcorn thousands of years ago. The Aztecs, called Molpachida, used it for food and decoration. The Lucan people of present-day San Salvador ate and sold popcorn and used it as jewelry. Before they arrived in the 15th century, Spanish coloners had never seen popcorn before. First, the other heated up the pan. But popcorn is even older than that. In a bat cave in New Mexico, archaeologists found some popped corn that was 5,600 years old. Wow. And 1,000-year-old popcorn kernels were found in Peru. They still could pop. The native people of Americas had many different ways to pop popcorn. One way was to put an ear of corn on a stick and hold it over a fire. Oiling the cob could keep kernels attached when they popped. The whole chunk, also known as the Winnebago, were particularly fond of oiled popcorn on the cob. Another way was to throw the kernels right into the fire by the handful. The popped popcorn popped all over the place, so there was a lot of bending and running around trying to gather it up. The people of Haudenosaunee, also called the Iraqi Confederacy, popped corn in clay pots. They would fill the pots with hot sand, throw in some popcorn, and stir it with a stick. When the corn popped, it came to the top of the sand and was easy to get. Many of the native nations were fond of popcorn soup. They introduced popcorn to English colonists. The colonists liked it so much that they served popped corn for breakfast with cream poured over it. Today, Americans consumed 14 billion quarts of popcorn annually. That's 43 quarts per person. 30% is eaten at movies, ball games, and county fairs. But 70% is popped right at our home. people in the Midwest buy more popcorn than any other part of the United States. Milwaukee and Minneapolis are the top popcorn eating cities, followed by Chicago and Seattle. Popcorn is best stored in a tight jar in the refrigerator. If the kernels dry out, there will be too many old maids left at the bottom of the pan. Old maids are unpopped kernels. If the popped corn does dry out, you can add 1 or 2 tablespoons of water to the jar and shake it until the water is absorbed. Popcorn only pops because the heart of the kernel is moist and pulpy and surrounded by a hard starch shell. When the kernel is heated, the moisture turns to steam and the heat gets bigger until the shell bursts with a pop. Some people tell the story that inside each kernel of popcorn lives a little man. When his house is heated, he gets so mad that he blows up. There are different kinds of popcorn. White hulless and yellow hulless are the ones most commonly sold in stores. The smallest type is called strawberry because it has red kernels and ears that look like strawberries. Rainbow has red, white, yellow, and blue kernels. It is sometimes called calico. There is black popcorn, but all of it pops white. The biggest kernels are called dynamite and snow puff. After popcorn is popped, most people like to put melted butter and salt on it. But if salt is put in the pan before the kernels are popped, it makes the popcorn tough. Didn't know that. There are many stories about popcorn. One of the funniest and best known comes from America's Midwest. One summer, it was so hot and dry that all the popcorn in the fields began to pop. And in no time at all, the sky was filled with flying popcorn. It looked so much like a blizzard. Everyone put on mittens and scarves and got out snow shovels. True story. And they were all working on their popcorn, and he put too much in. Help, I have a blizzard too. I knew you put too much popcorn in the pan. Okay, if you're so smart, what do we do now? I know. The best thing about popcorn is eating it. The end. Very informative. That was pretty cool. Also, if you're on the History Channel, have your parents look at the foods that built America. Very interesting segment about popcorn. And again, can you imagine eating 18 billion quarts of popcorn a year? Wow. Well, thanks for stopping on by, popping on over. So we hope you have a great rest of your day, rest of your week, and we hope that you remember to sprinkle that kindness like popcorn. Okay? Thanks, guys, and we will see you next week. Bye.